What is she talking about? Because any other time they fax it over while people are calling.
Yeah.
Making appointments.
Yeah.
That doesn't have anything to do. You got a different fax number from a different phone number, so you can use a fax machine while you make your phone calls. So fucking do it.
Yeah.
That's your job. You're getting paid for it, you fucking fat ass, lard ass.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. There's always some bullshit that is going on. I'm making this quickly. I'm in and out. I'm trying to put a fucking thing together here. I'll show you what I'm doing. Oh, come on, man. You're really gonna fucking bust my balls now, and now you're not gonna show up? Fucking unbelievable. Share it. I'll show you what I'm working on now because I'm trying to get into algorithms, people. That's what this is about. That's what this is about, right? So, look, this has got to be quick. Tomorrow we are doing myself, BCHQ, reactor motivational speaker from England. We have a show that we do on Tuesdays. It's a movie review show. We did Ong Bak. We did what's the fucking other one? Chinese Hercules. Tomorrow we are gonna do Taoist Master. So make sure you tune into that. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. England time. You know, adjust your whatever. You see what I'm saying. Let me show you this, and then we can riff a little bit on what the fuck is really going on around here. I'm trying to put this together. It's not finished yet, so you have to bear with me. Mm. Now here comes. That's right. Fuck. That's all I got so far. Sure, I got other shit. I don't know if the transition works. If it sounds good, if it sounds terrible, I don't care. That's what I'm working on right now. Right? So we're trying to get into algorithms. There's some things we could talk about, right? It's all over the news. Kamala Harris talking about Tupac's the best rapper alive. I'm going to cover that in the future. It's already done. It's in the bank. It'll go up when it goes up. Probably, this Saturday. I don't know what I want to do yet. So I got that going on. Still waiting for Cash App / DoorDash to refund me, which is not going to happen. Cash App told me wait 45 days. I just got another email. This is the 7th one I put out to DoorDash because now they're like, oh, we haven't heard from you. If you still need help, reply to this email. So I did. I'm like, dude, this is the 7th email that I'm sending you. 6 times I sent you screenshots. 6 times I give you the last 4 of the card I use. 6 times I tell you I don't have a DoorDash account. 6 times I get back an email the following morning from somebody else that works for that company asking me to give them the same information I already gave them. Cash App says they give the company 45 days to refund it before they basically would do anything about it. So now here we are. We'll be in the middle of November before they even figure this the fuck out. And I got robbed on September 17th. There that is. By the way, merch is available. T-shirts, $10. Long sleeves are $20. And hoodies are $30. Winners, come and get your shit together. I will be ordering some supplies come the beginning of the month for absolutely nobody, since there's no orders coming in at all, because God forbid, I don't understand what the fuck is the purpose of all of this. I really don't get it. You screen print a shirt for no money. I mean, it is money, it costs money, it's not cheap, but you screen print the shirt, you overcharge for it. Everybody all over the place fucking buying it. We go the extra mile to fucking get some shit hand painted by an independent artist. Nobody gives a fuck. So there that is. But what else is new? What else is new? What the fuck is going on in the world? She's had to get medicine since the 13th. Here we are sitting at 28th, doctor's office. Don't even know what the fuck they're doing. There's a lady that works in there that really should not work in a doctor's office. This fucking lady has never once done shit the way that she's supposed to do. You call in your prescription. Oh, yeah. I'll send it. 8 years later, you're still fucking waiting. It's ridiculous. The fact that people get away with this shit. I mean, I really don't get it. I really don't get it. But, I mean, I'm aggravated already. Now, she's aggravated for a completely different set of fucking reasons. It's just, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable the nonsense that goes along with all of this. I mean, I really don't even feel like doing this right now, but I have to get in the algorithms, man. I have to do it. It seems like the live streams are doing better than other content. Like, I don't know why. I waste my time. I put shit together. I record things. I put it out. I'm trying to put as much content on as possible to give everybody, a little bit of different thing. Try to cover the bases here. Got the Patreon for $1, which, I mean, I don't even think I'm gonna bother promoting anything because, it doesn't do any good. Like, really, I'm serious now. This is not a joke. It's not a bit, but it's almost like promotion doesn't do any good. I don't understand what the purpose is. It's almost like you have to be big already in order to see any benefit from promotion, which is stupid. Or you got to have a big name attached to you. I mean, really, that's what it really is about. You got to have a name attached to whatever you're doing, and I don't. I'm trying to do this thing all by myself, which is going to take years to do, which sucks because there are people that are bigger than I will ever be that don't put in half of the effort that I put into what the fuck I do, right? But, you can't say that because then you come off a certain way, but it's the truth, though. That's what it is, but that's what the internet is, right? Somebody could say that about what I do. You're not that great. What you do is not important. What you do is not funny. It's not cool. It's not whatever. People are gonna say whatever they want, right? But you know what? Since we're on the topic, just go to a 50 Cent concert and heckle him. I'm sure you'll make the news. What, did that happen? Somebody heckled him. Would he jump off stage and throw a fucking vitamin water at their head? Fucking sissy. You think a motherfucker that got shot 9 times would have a little bit of thicker skin? Apparently not. Ridiculous. I mean, I wouldn't waste the money to go to a fucking 50 Cent concert anyway. If I wanted to be bored to death, I could sit at home and do that. Listen to motherfuckers play with auto-tune machines on stage. No thank you. I'll save my money. Well, I would, but I don't have any because it got stolen out of my goddamn Cash App. But, that's besides the point. Fucking ridiculous. Sissy. Unbelievable. It really fucking is, dude. That guy gets on my goddamn nerves. Oh, they all do. Everybody does. What do you mean they all do? What does that mean? Artists in general, what the fuck that means? Stop fishing. Spotify, I'm looking at you. Motherfuckers are unbelievable. You're unbelievable. You really make me want to take my podcast off of your fucking platform. How the fuck do you got employees threatening to strike because of Joe Rogan? Because of Joe Rogan, y'all want to strike? Really? Really? What would you do in the face of a real problem? That's my question. That's really my question. What do you want to cancel this motherfucker for so bad anyway? Who hires these fucking momos? I mean, really? If you're breaking this dude's balls, that your boss already wrote the cocksucker a check for $100 million. Do you really think he's going away? You already censored his fucking podcast. Joey Diaz not on there, and a bunch of other comedians that I'm not going to name because I didn't do the research and I really don't care, to say the truth. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect my bottom line. You wanna get serious? Let's fucking talk about it. Whatever Joe Rogan does, or Joe Budden, or anybody that is big, whatever they do in the podcast world affects the rest of us. Joe signs on the dotted line for $100 million, and all of a sudden there's a new rule, regulation, and standard for everybody else. Well, that's not right. I don't want to deal with the bullshit that comes along with $100 million when I'm not making $100 million. Right? This is all about censorship. That's all this is, because a couple of fucking kids didn't get hugged enough or beat enough when they were little. That's all this is about. You think you're important. Yeah. Well, I'm saying I see your point, and I like how my StreamYard says that I have 0 live viewers right now. That's real cool, man. Whatever your name is that runs StreamYard, you might want to fix that. Or wait, that's right. I'm not big enough for you to be concerned about what problems I deal with, right? I forgot. Silly me. What employees? They upload music. I don't see a reason for employees. Let them strike. Well, fuck it. Let them strike. I don't care. Right? I mean, you're right. They upload music, but somebody's got to press that button. Right? What? Who is this now? Who is this? What do you want from my life? Oh, did we decide a time? No, we didn't. Not yet. When did you want?
Baby.
Yeah.
You want to pause that? She said, yeah. She'll give us one.
Okay, well, it's live. I can't pause it, but I mean, I'll meet you down there, I guess. I would switch it to my phone, but I can't switch it. Well, whatever. I can't waste my live stream time anyway, because I got to do this. More importantly, look, I could talk about all this shit. Spotify makes me want to take my fucking podcast off of their platform because of this ridiculousness. It really does. Yeah, that's the same time we did last time. 9 a.m. my time, 2 p.m. England time. Pay attention, people. This is how maybe even one. Oh, no. And no, one's too early. One is too early because that means it's 8 a.m. my time. I'd rather stick to 2. But if you absolutely have to push it to 1, I will. Stay at 2, but if you need to bump it up, we can do that. Because that's 8 a.m. my time. Which I'm usually up anyway, but I'm not a person at 8 a.m. Yeah. You know what I mean? I still gotta take the dog out. I gotta do things. I gotta be places. Not really. But, I mean, if he wants to bump it up to, say, 8 a.m., we could do that. I mean, I don't want to break the guy's balls. We're already in a 6-hour time difference. It's hard enough to... Alright, he's gonna stick to 2 o'clock. Okay. Well, I don't want to say anything back because then it's like, I'm sending him a unnecessary message. You know? I hate doing that kind of shit. That's annoying. Right? Especially when you don't need a response. Like, not saying that he doesn't need it. What I mean is, I don't want him to get a message back and go, oh, I might need to read that. And he opens it up and there's a fucking thumbs up from me. You know what I mean? If it's the other way around, I don't mind much. But it's when I do it, it's annoying, I think, to other people. But I'm not sure. I don't ask them. There's that. Now, of course, I got to go outside now instead of actually running a fucking show. But what does it matter? What does it matter? It really doesn't matter. What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know. I'm looking forward to doing this show tomorrow. I could tell you that. It's about the only thing. I mean, I just want this month to be over, dude. I want to get paid. I'm not gonna promote the Patreon for $1. I mean, I'm really not. I'm not gonna promote the merch. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what everybody else does. First of all, the problem is I need to figure out an angle that I could sit where you can see the fucking shirt that I'm wearing. That's how you promote. That's the real way to promote. Dude, if I just wear it, I don't even have to say anything. Motherfuckers will be like, hey, I wonder where you got that shirt from. Maybe somebody in the comments will say something. But if I promote it, it's almost like reverse psychology. If I promote it, then everybody's like, ew, I don't want that. I don't want that. That's not cool. That shit's gay. Or it's lame. Whatever people say now, right? But if I don't say anything, then they're all for it. I don't know, I'm just aggravated for a whole bunch of different reasons. Although I will say, a shit like this does bother me. If they're breaking Joe Rogan's balls, what chance do I have? And by the way, my time reset because I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. And I thought it was going to reset at the end of today. It reset yesterday. So I had like 5 hours I could have used that I didn't use because I didn't want to go over the time. I wanted to save it for our fucking show that we do on Tuesdays. And I know that, I have to do live streams. I got to get an algorithm. The podcast is dead. The podcast is dead on YouTube because of YouTube, right? And now you're telling me because of Spotify it's going to be fucking dead, whatever. Let me just stop this shit. I mean, I really wanted to go on a fucking tear, but I suppose I can't do it live. But if I don't do it live, then nobody's going to fucking see it. You know what I mean? So what the fuck is the point? Aggravating. It's fucking aggravating. What are you going to do? You know what? Nothing you could do. Absolutely nothing you could do. I'm telling you where this is going to end. I'm telling you where this is going to end because if they're breaking Joe Rogan's balls and they paid that guy $100 million, imagine what they'll do to me when they hear what the fuck I'm saying on their platform. So I'm going to tell you how this is going to go. What's going to wind up happening is I'm going to have to make a newsletter that I send out every week to your email that nobody will sign up for. And I will attach the current podcast onto that email, and then you can download it or listen to it directly in your email, and we cut the fucking podcast platform out altogether if it comes to that. Maybe that's the way we do it. Then I don't have to worry about being censored. And not even that I'm saying anything crazy, because you don't have to say anything crazy. Even if that thing I just sampled before, where the guy says, I'm not racist. My dentist is a black woman. Somebody would not see the humor in the absurdity of that statement, and they would take it as I meant that literally, even though it's not me talking. You're not planning on reviews every Tuesday, are you? Well, I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be every Tuesday, but I know Tuesday seems to be like the day that we land on. Just because he doesn't have, I don't think he has his kids on that day. I think Mondays are the big day, and Wednesdays I think are the big day for him. I'm not sure. But I don't know. I don't want to say definitely. I'll ask him tomorrow when we do it. How does he want to schedule it? And we do still need a goddamn name for this thing. We need a name for the fucking show. And I'm not coming up with anything good. I want something catchy, you know? But problem is, it's not so easy. But damn. I wanted to do this and now I can't. This sucks. Really does. My fucking head hurts. Aggravated. You know? Just counting the fucking days down. Just for what? Couple more. What do we got? 3 days. 3 more days. 3 more days, and then we're out of this fucking hole. 3 more days, and we're out of this fucking hole. And then give it a week, and we'll be right back into it again, because that's how money works. Because you can't hold on to it. It's damn near impossible. Damn near impossible to hold on to. It is. What a waste of 20 fucking minutes this is, dude. I shouldn't have started this. I didn't know she was gonna do that. Like, come on, man. I've been doing this shit for almost 2 fucking years. Like, you don't know what... I don't know why I bother to get even fucking aggravated for it. I really don't. I'm gonna unlist this. Fuck it. Because there's no point. I'm not saying anything that's worth listening to for 20 minutes. I promoted the show. I put my fucking little opinion out there. I think I'm better than a lot of people. As far as the content I'm making. Not that my content is the best. What I'm saying is my work ethic, right? I'm in here every day. I'm trying to put things together. I'm trying to make things happen. That's what I'm doing. Other people who are way bigger than me don't even bother to put in that much effort. That shit bothers me, dude. I don't need a silver plaque from YouTube. All I'm saying is, it just sucks that the work ethic is not matched by, everything else. But that's life. That's life. If it took big motherfuckers that are better than I will ever be years to get where they're at. But they also had other shit working in their favor, where they go around the country, people know their name. I don't have that option. I do have plans. I have plans to move this merchandise. If you think I'm waiting around for motherfuckers to click buttons, you are out of your mind. You're out of your mind. My day is coming, dude. That means Fright Fest at Six Flags is coming up. Do you know what that means? I'll tell you exactly what that means before I wrap this goddamn thing up. You want to sell? Here's how you sell. You take a shirt like this. And you wear it. And then you wait. You don't go harassing motherfuckers. You don't do that. Here's what you do. Here's a little marketing 101 from me to you for absolutely free. Absolutely free. I can't guarantee you it's going to work, but I think this is a surefire way to move merchandise. What the fuck do I know, right? If you ask those, are you garbage guys? They'll tell you, get the fuck out of here. I would like to talk to those dudes, but they ain't gonna fuck with me. They're 17 on the iTunes charts, dude. How cool is that? And they started not that long ago. But that just goes to show you need the name attached to your thing. But we're not talking about that right now. You go to Six Flags. Yeah, see? Good idea. Check this out. You go to Six Flags. You wear the shirt, right? And then people are going to see it. Now you got to wait. You got to wait for your timing. You got to just get right down in there, dude. You got to wait. And then what's going to happen? They say, hey, man, cool shirt. You know what I say? You like it? Yeah. You want one? I got a bunch in my bag right here. That's the way you do it, dude. I swear to God, I'm not fucking around. I'm going to bring like 4 with me. right? I should bring a couple of different sizes depending on how much time we have, how much money, if she's going to work on whatever. Everything goes perfect. I'm going to bring a couple with me, be like, well, if you like it, I got tees and long sleeves on me right now. I can sell you one. You pull that motherfucker out right there in the spot, dude. You're not guaranteed a sale. You're not guaranteed a sale, but how cool is that, dude? To be able to just you're a pop-up shop. You are a walking pop-up shop because you have to remember this is a billboard. Everything that you wear on your body is a billboard for whatever company that you represent. I want you to understand that. No, I'm not saying to throw your polos out or whatever it is that you wear, but I do want you to understand that you advertise for these brands for free. It took me a long time to realize that because I used to think, oh, well, if Nike's cool, if I wear Nikes, then I'm cool too. And I'm not. I'm not cool. That's not at all how that works. It's arguably much cooler to do your own brand and your own shit. But that's the way that's my idea for marketing because I don't I don't fuck around. I hate Great Adventure. I love Fright Fest. I love it. It's my favorite. It's my favorite time of the year. Do you know why? Because Halloween is the only day of the year where when people look at me crooked, it's because they think I'm putting it on so well they can't figure out how it's done. That's what's great is when people stare at me on Halloween, dude. They're like, "Yo, how did you do it? The fucking walk, you perfected it." Like, no, dude. I mean, I'm cheating. I was born like this. I have the advantage over you, you know. But I can show you a little something. I can show you a little something. But you know, that's how you do it. Yeah, but you can. I'm going to. Oh shit. All right, but here. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the link. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna run downstairs real quick and I'll let this fucking thing run. I'll be 10 minutes max, dude. So you can, if you want to talk, if you don't want to talk, if he leaves dead air, then that's what it is, right? I'm not gonna be mad about it, but if you feel like talking, talk. If you don't. I will be right back, dude. So I'm gonna turn my camera off.
Okay.
Uh, no, I'll leave my camera on. I'll mute my microphone for right now, just so you can see when I come back in. I will be back though, but if you want something to talk about while I'm gone, you can meditate on this. Spotify is trying to strike because of Joe Rogan for some fucked up reason. But I'll be right back.
Wait, Spotify is trying to start. Okay, you know what? I'll just pay attention to the chat. How you guys doing, chat? Yeah, Jack is doing his own thing. I figured I'd come on and see what he's doing. Yeah, so I mean, I didn't really hear what he said, or I guess I heard it. I just didn't. Spotify is trying to ban Joe Rogan off of the platform. But I mean, I guess I could talk about Joe Rogan for a bit. He's definitely an interesting. I mean, he is a comedian, but he really does do a lot of good podcasts. He hosts a lot of interesting people. Um, one of the people that Joe Rogan hosted once is someone called Aubrey de Grey. Like he is, he's an interesting guy, in the field of gerontology. I believe I pronounced it right. Basically, what he wants to do is he wants to extend human life, not just not just extend it, but healthy, right? Because the medical profession extends human life now, but you know like a long life versus a healthy life. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people in the hospital beds right now are alive, yes, but some of them are comatose. Other people are just hanging on by a thread. You know what I mean? Oh well, hello. I'm just talking about Joe Rogan and the fact that he had Aubrey de Grey on once. It was an interesting hour. Maybe actually, I believe he had him on maybe 2 or 3 times. I don't know. But I was just going over Aubrey de Grey and what he's trying to do. He's been trying to do since for a couple of years now. Uh, yeah, they should have human trials next year, hopefully. And if he can figure it out, the molec, you know the 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 methods of repairing the body, because when you really boil down to it, the human body is a machine. Okay, it's not a finely tuned machine, although I guess it depends on your definition of finely tuned, but it does its job fairly well. You know, you have to you have to sit there and marvel at how well it does its job. Yet at the same time, there are errors that can occur, but those errors are usually repaired. Uh, depending on how much food, depending on whether you eat healthy food or shitty food. Like the repair process still happens, but it's not as good. Like if over time, if you eat like shit, eventually you're gonna develop diabetes or other fucking diseases like heart disease, cancer eventually. Although cancer will happen naturally anyway, so that is what it is. But why increase your chances? You know what I mean? Like with smoking, right? Okay, people smoke. There are some people who smoke. There are some people who smoke all their lives. They never get cancer. Yet other people never smoke, and bada bing, bada boom. After a couple of years, they get cancer. Like then you have childhood cancers. Which, okay, how the fuck does that work? Okay, that's a stupid question to ask, but if maybe they can cure things like, what? Funny you should mention that, because I did look up that, I believe we talked about this. They've actually used stem cell therapy to actually help with muscular sclerosis and the other thing I'm forgetting right now. I guess CP, right? Cerebral palsy and muscular sclerosis. I believe they did it with cerebral palsy. I'm not sure about multiple sclerosis, but it has been done. That's interesting to read. I mean, the paper is technical, so you need to be a fucking scientist to read the whole thing and understand it. I know a guy who never smoked in his life died in his mid 30s from throat cancer. But okay, here's my question though: was he around other smokers? Because contrary to the belief, obviously, of a certain person, secondhand smoke exists, and studies have shown it is literally more dangerous. Okay, let me remove the word literally from there because it's superfluous and doesn't really apply. Kind of secondhand smoke is actually more dangerous than actually smoking. It's still dangerous, but it's more dangerous. Studies have shown. Then, and of course, you can say, "Oh, well, studies have shown a lot of stuff." So, well, that's true, but at the same time, it is fact. Even though I guess you shouldn't really. The point I'm trying to make is that cancer sucks. Good question. Not sure. He did spend most of his time eating barbecue chips and bungee jumping. Hmm. See, there's just it's so hard to. I don't know, because okay, he never smoked in his life. He ate barbecue. Wait, hold on. Did you say he ate barbecue chips a lot? He did spend most of his time eating barbecue chips. Hmm. Well, I mean, I guess one of the reasons why smoking is bad for you is to do the all the of the carcinogens, and carcinogens do exist in pretty much a lot of stuff. So yeah, you can still get throat cancer somehow. who has him bungee jumping? I guess he was bungee jumping himself. I don't know. But yeah, like getting back to what I was saying, if if the the analogy the analogy Aubrey D. Gray gives is that of a car. Right now, most cars are not meant to survive 100 years. However, people have fixed their cars. You know what I mean? People have fixed cars. That so they lasted 100 years. So the same logic applies to the human body. Although obviously the human body is more complicated than a car. So you know what I mean? Like he posits that there are seven damages to the human body goes through. Or, seven things that need to be addressed. Cellular loss, because throughout your life, your body, your body uses up the stem cell it has in reserves, and eventually those stem cells will be depleted. So you know what I mean. Okay, that I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. Obviously, I just know a little bit from reading. So now what you also got to deal with is telomere, telomere shorting. The analogy they use is that of aglets. At the end of the shoestrings. You know, like telomeres protect DNA from breaking. Now, they've actually found and this is the interesting part. They've actually found that you can actually have it grow back. You know what I mean? By eating certain foods, you could actually help your body repair itself. But of course, the damage is still there. Like basically what Aubrey D. Gray wants to do is repair the cellular damage. He wants to clean the cobwebs. Now your body does a fairly good job of cleaning itself. You know what I mean? Like it's able to. This is literally what waste is. You know what I mean? However, over time, those mechanisms are just, they get old. You know what I mean? They stop working. Now, there's nothing that says that the human body has to die. Okay, this whole thing that death is inevitable. At most we need 80 years or 90, and that's it. I mean, okay, who made that rule? People, obviously. Now, I know some of the arguments against life extension is overpopulation. People will get bored. This and that. Except if overpopulation was, except if overpopulation was going to be a thing, it would have happened already. Like, I actually need to get the video on this, but they say that overpopulation isn't really that much of an issue. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, there are people starving in the world, but that's just through poor management of resources. It has nothing to do, there's nothing to do with there being too many people. Like you could have, see, here's the thing. You could have you could have a village of about, I don't know, 100 people, just as an example, and due to poor management, 50 of those people will starve to death. You know what I mean? Let me see what the chat is saying. I don't want to see 200-year-old people crawling around. Okay, 200-year-old people. Well, hold on. So expand on that. Like, what do you mean? Like 200-year-old people that look old, or just 200-year-old people in general? Because because what we're talking about is extending human life and keeping health. So a 200 year, so there wouldn't be any difference between a 200-year-old and a 25-year-old, other than they've lived for 200 years. Welcome back, Jack.
Yeah.
Are you
So
listening?
real quick, I just want to I was listening. I was listening while I was downstairs, but I forgot there's a delay. Not much, but there's a slight delay, so I'm not sure how much I missed towards the end there. But I did hear you saying, who made the rule of people. Well, yeah,
No,
that's
no.
a good
See, yes,
question
yeah,
too,
yeah. I
right
know it's a
there.
good question. I was gonna address it, but I was gonna let you talk. So if you wanna,
Okay.
you want,
Yeah, well, I was just gonna saying. I heard you say before, 80 or 90 years is. I guess the point you were making is how long we usually live.
yeah, like you, like who, because I've heard this argument from from a few people. It just really bothers me because it's like it's in order for my life to have value, it has to be short. And I'm like, no, no, no. Life is not money. Okay, life is not a fucking currency. Okay, just uh,
Well,
you know what I mean?
I don't think it's that. I think they misconstrued it, right?
Well,
Like they
yeah, but
say,
see, that's what I meant. That's what I mean. Like they, see, there's the whole thing about something. In order for something to have value, it has to be limited, like money, right? In order for it to have value, you need to have enough so it circulates in the economy. Too much money, you get inflation, and the whole thing fucks up, which is what's slowly happening in the U.S. Thank you, Federal Reserve.
what they don't realize is it's not the amount of time that you have to live that makes it valuable, even though it's easy to think that. What makes life valuable is the amount of experiences that you can have. Because
Thank you.
there's no, the problem is you can have somebody that lives for, you can have two people that live for 50 years. One person in that 50 years could have an action packed life with as many experiences as humanly possible. And the other person could be a complete shut in who has never left the house in 50 years somehow. Let's just pretend that somehow in their
I mean,
life
that
they
does
managed to
happen.
get
Yeah, that does
groceries
happen.
delivered, and all that. So they never left. So really, the amount of time isn't really what is valuable. It's the amount of experiences that you can have. I understand where people could say, well, because we only have a short amount of time, that's what makes it valuable. But the problem is nobody knows how much time we have. I could die tomorrow, but that's not, you don't see it coming. It's not something that you could see coming
Well,
simply
yeah, no,
because.
yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I was just more talking about the mentality that we have. The humans have to die at a certain point. Like, who says? There's nothing in nature. There's nothing in nature. That says that people have to die. Over time, your body just can't do. Can't do its job well. You know what I mean? Like the reason why why we age, why we get wrinkles, why that is because that's because your body gets worn down. Like this is why a 20-year old, like, you know what I mean, he could get injured, he can get injured, you know healed, but still look the same. You know what I mean? Basically what I'm trying to say is is that nothing in nature says that humanity has to die. The humans have to die.
Well, now we're getting to kind of a scary point here, I think, in the sense that Elon Musk is making a microchip that you could stick into your brain that will allow you to have motor function. For people that say are paraplegics, they put this chip in your brain, and if everything goes well, then you can have mobility back, maybe
I
mobility
mean,
that you never had.
I think I know where you're going with this, and while that is a legitimate worry. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can if I can represent what what you're afraid of, right? Say you have that chip implanted in your brain, right? You're able to walk. Everything's everything's good. Now, if an asshole wanted to, right? If an asshole wanted to, they could hack the chip and make it so you never walk again. Is that where you're going?
That's part of it, but the bigger thing, before we even get into that, the bigger issue I have is the only people that would be able to take advantage of this, because this kind of goes hand in hand with this comment, which is, of course, this advantage goes to the rich. No poor person is going to want to live a long life or could afford to. Now, that's exactly what kind of worries me is that, you know, everybody in any tax bracket, doesn't matter what your percentage is, everybody could benefit from this. But the unfortunate reality is that unless you're rich,
Well, I
you
mean, let me address this because yes, that is actually a worry. Now, think about this, right? You're rich, right? So okay, so you see an opportunity to get into life extension research, right? So you can be at the forefront of this. Now, you obviously want to make more money, but you also want to help people. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So while I get to worry, like it's I don't know. I can't address everything. I can only try to give an idea of it. I
Well,
really
the
I
other
really wish. Go ahead.
the other problem is hacking, of course. Like, not even in the sense that somebody could hack your chip and you could never walk again. But let's say if they could put a chip in your mind that helps you to walk, who's to say that there wouldn't be a back door that would expose your inner thoughts, right? Not even saying that you, let's say, for example, you
I'm
thought
honestly
about,
wondering if I should tell you about the research that I've been exposed to because I don't think you're ready for the amount of insanity and just in what they've done. Like you talk about mind reading, you talk about the thoughts. I, I do not think you want to hear, but I know it's scary, but at the same time I'm excited because it just shows that everything is our brain. For some, somehow our brains, like we could see what a person thinks of. You know what I mean? They've been able to do that. They've been able to see, like, oh, I get
have
it,
you
but
watched
it's
Black Mirror? Have you watched
no,
Black
I didn't
Mirror?
get a chance. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. And you know what? It's a good thing you brought it up because while I enjoy sci-fi and shows like that, I seriously think that shows like that are the reason why people are afraid because they show the most extreme fucking example.
That's true. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you and say that that's not part of it because it is. There's one episode of Black Mirror that I would recommend because it is exactly this conversation without giving you spoilers of the episode. Basically, it's called Alligator or some shit like that. And they cover everything in this Black Mirror situation. Everything from robot dogs to people on their phones, looking at everything through a screen instead of their eyeballs. But the basis of this episode is the cops have the ability to see things that you've seen. So they can somehow they have the technology, they can see your whole, like, let's say you committed a crime, you robbed a corner store, and the police arrest you, and now they have to try to prove that you're guilty. They can go into your mind and they could rewatch your entire day. Now, the reason why this is a problem is it kind of goes to if you've seen loopers, right? Stopping a crime before it started. And now this is not
Did
even a
you read Minority
conspiracy.
Report?
Yes, I've seen it, and it sucks that movie was a good film outside of the puke sticks, which is terrible. But yeah, Minority Report. Yeah, dude. I mean, look, it. Here's the problem: is we're going into loopers essentially. Where I mean, Obama passed this. This is legitimate. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a fact, and you can Google this if you want to. Where the FBI, for example, has the authority to hold you in custody for no reason, and they can lock you up indefinitely
I mean,
without.
let's be honest. That was a thing before Obama.
Right, but didn't he sign it in? I thought he signed it in. I could be wrong. Was it before that? Was it Bush that did it? I
Well,
thought
no,
Obama
no.
did it.
What I mean is that is that those black ops operation, those things
Oh, they've
happened
been
all the
around.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've been
they've been
around.
around since Operation Paperclip. Yeah,
Yeah,
where I think that's where that Timothy McVeigh motherfucker came from for being experimented on. I don't know if that's a theory or if that's actual fact, but you know, these things are scary because of the fact that how do you know if you're in traffic? Let's just say you're sitting in traffic, even if you're a passenger like I would be. Somebody cuts off the driver and you guys almost get into an accident. And then at an instinct, not that you would actually get out of the car and hurt this person, but let's say you think about not even the extreme. Let's just say you think about getting out of the car and assaulting them. You can have that thought and not you know, perform the action, but because you've had the thought now, are you going to get arrested for assault even though you haven't done it? Or what's to say you could have a really dark fantasy of some kind. And now people could read that into your mind and they don't have the context of where it came from. They only see what you were thinking about. So it strips away the privacy. And I mean, I know that's a big thing I'm worried about because I have a lot of fucked up thoughts in my mind. I don't need to lie to anybody. I do. I mean, obviously, everybody does. We all just, try to act like we don't because nobody wants to admit that they think terrible thoughts, but we all do it. So,
and
you
that's
know,
yeah, and that's the issue I've always had with people, right? Because I've always tried to analyze, my thoughts. Like, okay, why do I feel like killing myself? Is is suicide, is suicide even worth it? You know what I mean? Or or thoughts like, okay, I want to hurt this person, but do I
hold
really?
on.
You know what I mean?
Hold on. What is it? Can you elaborate on that thought, please?
What thing?
Thought, please, is a leftist ploy.
What?
I would like you to elaborate on that thought because I don't want to read into what you wrote without trying to understand your point of view. I don't want to
Oh
jump to
wait,
conclusions.
I know what he's saying is that is that thought like damn it, I'm gonna fuck this up. But what you think, basically SJWs and the left, you know what I mean. I know what he's saying. I just can't verbalize it.
So they're saying that the left is trying to use it as an
Yeah,
excuse to
they
shut
want to.
down technological advancement.
Well, no, they want they want. Have you ever read the book 1944? Sorry, 1984.
No, what's it about?
Okay, well, I never read it, but I know, I know about it because a lot of people have talked about it. In this story, basically, you can't think anything without, it's a dystopian future. Okay, that obviously the year is 1984. The book was like written in like the 1940s by
Mm.
George Orwell. You know what I mean? And a lot of the ideas in the book are implemented now. And people always say like it was a warning, not an instruction manual. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
He said, no more your thoughts and words. They criminalize it. They criminalize thought. So what they're saying is these extremists on the left and the right does it too. It's not an attack on just one side. I want to let everybody know it's a bipartisan show. Like you're a racist. Yeah, you know what? That's a good example. Like the fact that you're a racist. I mentioned this earlier. I took a clip from a show where a guy says, it's a good thing that I died when I did because there was a lady that was snooping around and open investigation because of the fact that I was joking on women that I worked with. And he said, listen, I'm an equal opportunity offender, okay? I made fun of everybody. I honestly think that people are a little too sensitive. Everybody needs to loosen up, okay? I'm not racist. My dentist was a black woman. Now, look, That's a funny statement because of the absurd nature of what the man said. Just because you have a black dentist does not mean that you're not a racist. That's silly. But it's a joke, and we understand in the context of how it was said, it was
But
meant to be taken as a joke. But somebody on the extreme will look at that and they'll say, there is absolutely nothing funny about racism ever, which is absurd. Part of the reason of what makes comedy so great is the fact that we could take horrible situations like racism, rape, 9/11, pedophilia, all these things that are no laughing matter, and yet we can turn them into something that we can find funny. And not because
yeah,
we don't think that these things are terrible, but because we think they're terrible and we want to be able to shine a light on it without bumming everybody out. But unfortunately, the extremists on either side, I don't think leftists are shitty people. And so are, extremely right wing people as well. The reason why I think they're shitty, and I think you all probably will agree
there's
with this,
puritans on both sides.
yeah, is because they don't leave any, whether you're on the right or the left, these people don't leave any room for improvement at all whatsoever. They tag you one thing. On the left, you're a racist. On the right, maybe you're a sympathizer, right? Or whatever the word terminology would be. They don't ever leave anybody room to improve. If you say something that is off color, the left will jump down your fucking face and they'll be like, well, you're a racist and let's cancel you forever because you can never redeem yourself. And then if you're for, say, I don't know, immigration for America, people on the right are like, oh, well, so you want just open borders all over the place. And on both sides, these people are taking your argument and they're blowing it completely out of proportion.
Yeah,
And
that's
look,
called straw manning.
yeah, now look, it is a lot of here's the problem, Jarhead, is that unfortunately I feel that as extreme as both of these sides are, the left is more concentrated as far as media news and coverage is concerned. When extremists on the left say some shit, everybody on the news runs with it, right? But people on the right point to Ellis Island. So yeah, like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous in the sense that you're never allowed to redeem yourself, which is the exact opposite of what I think.
Yeah, one of the things that they always say is that never apologize to SJWs or the left or liberals or whatever, because
And
they,
you can't,
they,
you
yeah,
can't because
they
they'll
will
take
hunt you
advantage
down.
of you. They'll take
Exactly.
advantage of you every time, and it's not right. Like, so
Like
you
if you've
can't
seen,
even. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
I was
Okay,
gonna say you can't apologize because then, like, let's say you say something. If I say something to you, right?
you know what? I have a perfect example. Like if you ever seen the Family Guy episode, where Brian says something on Twitter, and then all of a sudden you have like everybody hating him, and an angry mob forms outside his house. He tries to
That was for the
apologize.
that was for the weed, right? When he put a tweet out for the weed, and they were
No,
basically like,
I think it was that going to watch a certain movie. Just kidding, I'm not black. Like I forget what he
"Ah,
said.
that's funny." I don't even know what the context is, and I think that's funny. But then again,
No, you
I
know what?
like.
You know, search for it if you can. Like search for Brian gets canceled or just
All
something.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll look it up 1 second. I do want to say though, dude. Listen, I was just watching. There's a documentary that I would like to recommend to all of you, and that is, I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but it was about Richard Pryor. Now, I don't know Richard Pryor's work in and out all that well, but watching that documentary, here's what I learned. This dude basically he had to whitewash himself, right? He had to be the way white people were, famous white people were. And then later on in his career, he decided to just do his own thing, which is fantastic. But he got killed for it in a lot of ways. And he didn't get anywhere near as big as he should have been, despite the fact that he's a household name. But it just, the point I was getting at, dude, is even if you're this guy where he made his career talking about race differences between white and black people for the most part. And a lot of people hated for it. Right now, this dude, I appreciate that, but this dude was fearless in the sense that he was like, you know what? I have some observations and I have some shit to say. And if you don't like it, that doesn't make it less true. It absolutely is true. You don't have to like that we're different, but we are different. And the sooner that we recognize that, the sooner maybe we can understand each other. And unfortunately, here we are, fast forward all the way to 2020. And if anything, it seems like we're moving backwards in the race relations department.
Yeah.
Right? We've had so much time to spend together and we've done nothing but argue because you're either black version of George Carlin. Dude, I mean he you don't the problem is if you say something that is not exactly sensitive, the left will kill you for it. And then if you say something that is not so conservative, the right kills you for it. Instead of just everybody going, can't we just compromise somewhere? Can we compromise somewhere? I mean, these left people are out of control, but the media only covers the fucking left. I don't understand what the purpose of that is, right? Like the only time you hear about the right is when it comes to racism. Why is that? There's a lot more to the right than just
Yeah.
racism. And see, even this guy, Jarhead, seems to be, without even knowing his political affiliations, you could read some of these comments, you can go, well, Jarhead must be a conservative, right? But then this is how you can't, this is exactly the reason why you can't judge somebody off of that, because I say these things. He says, you know, mostly the left are out of their minds, so automatically you associate this guy as a conservative. Some people in the audience might do that. And then I mentioned Richard Pryor, and the man says, you know, Richard Pryor was awesome. You said you can't judge. You would take his comment, you would automatically associate that with somebody who might not be able to appreciate somebody like Richard Pryor, but that's not true. That's why we have to allow people to have their opinions and to elaborate on it rather than just shut down the way that they think, whether we agree or we don't agree. This is important.
The marketplace of ideas.
Yeah. I mean, it's silly, dude, because really, while we sit and argue over who is right and wrong, the politicians are just running away with the money bags. It's crazy. I
Yeah,
don't
right.
know how we haven't learned this by now.
I think most people know they just don't give a shit or can't do anything about it. So they just go, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to work.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, this is how you know the country is fucked. I mean, people are like, well, the democracy has only lasted 250 years and we're about to 250 years, so everything is going to fall apart. Like, I don't think so. But, you know.
I mean, you've already kind of seen that the whole country has been slowly destabilized from the inside.
Dude, I am conservative, but I also dropped acid at 3 Grateful Dead concerts in my life. Those are two things that you would not necessarily hear very often together,
No,
but I think that's fucking beautiful. I love that.
yeah,
That's great. Because that just
I,
goes to show you that even, you know, a conservative guy can still have fun. He can still drop a couple of hits of acid and have a good time at a Grateful Dead concert. Why not?
well then you're not a real conservative, Jughead. I hate to break it to you. By the way, I'm busting your balls.
Yeah, that's what they would say. That's what they would say. You're not a real conservative. You know, you're not a real conservative. That's not
Yeah,
true. People are so dumb. You know, the reason why this shit is falling apart from the inside is because the people have not hijacked the power back from the politicians because they're the ones that are fucking it up. I'm not saying that we would do a much better job if we were left to our own devices. Who the hell knows what world we would live in? But I have to imagine if the people were able to make like, and I don't mean putting extremism on the front lines here. I'm saying if you are an extremist on either side, you're automatically exempt. You're not allowed to uh, be on the big stage to make decisions because, yeah, well, see that there's that too. You could be right. Real conservatives don't say that the fake people do. But see, that's the problem is How many people? How many people have actually had a conversation with a conservative that are left, or how many people on the right have had you know what I mean? Not many. I would imagine that all these people that have these opinions have never once sat down and had a conversation with somebody that thinks opposite of them. That's why I think that's where extremism is born.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks. Follow the Constitution. It's not that hard. You know, it's silly, dude. Meanwhile, we got microchips that can stick in your fucking brain. Maybe there's cameras on every block practically. Robots are gonna be fucking learning and speaking on their own, like some Terminator shit. I think in 30 years we'll probably be fucking hybrids for sure.
That would be interesting.
The real problem is that the left has been indoctrinating kids for decades. So what does that mean? Indoctrinating them. That means that they're teaching them from a young age to think on an
Yeah,
extreme
they're
way.
using yes, they're he's using the indoctrination in the negative sense, even though
Mm.
we could say, I'm not gonna even go there, but yes, it you know what I mean. You got all these leftist professors, saying, "Oh my God, communism is so good." You know what I mean? It's never been tried. Fuck what they say. Capitalism is evil. Uh, we need a communist. I'm like, okay. I mean,
What can you explain to me what the fuck a communist is, please? Because I don't understand. What's the difference?
communists nowadays, they don't, or
Can you give me an example of what a true to the definition
okay.
communist would be? Like a
Okay,
person.
from what little I understand of it, the communist, communism, is seizing the means of production, from let's say you're working for, for like a guy, right? Like, Bob, right? Now he's paying you, he's paying you to work in, to work in a factory, right? But here you know but here you know but here's the thing, like, you're working your ass off, and he's making a lot of money. You know what I mean? Basically, communism is seizing the means of production and putting it in the hands of the people. You know what I mean? And making sure everyone gets a fair like a fair share. The problem with that is that it's been tried many fucking times, and it's failed every fucking time. Look at Venezuela now. I don't have all the details, obviously, but communism just doesn't work. People are not equal. All right, in a communist state, you're gonna be put to work. You're not gonna be sitting on your ass. You're not gonna be sitting on your ass sipping tea. While others do the work for you. Sorry,
Mm.
honey, that's not how communism is.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit the chat real quick. The left runs the schools. I do want to get into that because there's some things that are happening in these colleges that really upsets me, but we'll get to
Yeah,
that in a moment.
participation
Participation
trophies, safe
trophies.
spaces, all that bullshit. Yeah, like, I really love to get into this, but I also need to get back to studying. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
And like,
All right.
equality in finance, no one gets left behind, but no one advances either. Yeah, yeah, you know what? That's a good way of putting it. Stalemate. Actually, no, not even stalemate. Stalling or whatever.
And then communists believe that the state can determine better than the individual.
Yep, basically.
Communists are haters, basically, and the commies never factor in human nature. So, okay, well, if you want to go, dude, I get that. You could pop in later or whatever. We could figure it out. You should follow Midnight Sparkle here on YouTube. He does the live stream. You still do that?
No, I haven't done one in 2 months for various fucking reasons.
Okay, well, he does have live streams that are passed on his channel. I've been a guest occasionally. Many other people are guests. They do have debates, so it's not a bad show. It's an interesting thing to listen to people try to defend their thoughts and their opinions, which doesn't always go the way that you think it would. I
Yeah.
don't, but it's interesting. So you go ahead and enjoy your studying, and we'll figure it out from there. If
Yeah.
I
Thanks.
follow Sparkle, well, if I follow Sparkle, will the FBI come crashing down my door?
Maybe, I don't know. Depends. What do you got to hide? Huh? What do
Yeah.
you have to hide, Jar?
Hmm. Oh shit. So basically, communism is Chris Christie, the governor of New
Yeah.
Jersey, saying, "Oh, you guys want legalized weed? Well, too bad you can't have it." Somebody has to be the adult in the situation
Yeah.
and tell you that you can't have it because I know better than you.
Basically.
That's fucked up. I don't like that. I think you should allow people to
But but
make.
but 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 Jack, under communism, you will never have to work. All your needs will be met. Isn't that cool? Like, no more suffering. No more being poor.
Well, I
I mean,
think there's
obviously you'll be
something
put
to
to
be
death
said.
you're disabled, and so am I. Let's be honest. So yeah, under communism, you wouldn't be a fucking alive. Because under communism, you need to work for the group.
Mm. Well, um, fuck. Just gonna say something that I forgot. God damn
Yeah.
it.
Anyways, I should actually go.
All right, dude. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Forgot what the fuck I was gonna say now. Ugh. Well, people should be able to make their own decisions. I think, because the problem is that people don't. Capitalism is the best system for most. I mean, I was talking about this a little bit yesterday, and I mean, I don't know a whole lot about any of these things, right? But here's what I do know: people are notorious for not being able to separate themselves from their emotions, right? I do it. I'm sure to a degree you do it. Everybody does it. But the problem is, you can't have somebody say this is for the greater good of everybody when they can't remove themselves from their emotions. So, let's say one person doesn't think, like, there's something to be said about a universal basic income, right? Communism, basically the high school drama club. Well, look, I think there's something to be said about a universal basic income, which is that there's a baseline, right? That doesn't mean you don't have to work. It doesn't mean you don't have to do things, but at least everybody, I feel like, should be entitled to at least housing and running water. After that, you're on your own, right? We shouldn't have, you don't want emotional people being in charge with everything. Yeah, no way. I mean, I don't know if universal basic income would actually be a good idea if we implemented it, but I have to imagine if we can get homeless people off of the street, that would be a good thing, right? We don't want people to not, you don't want to give them so much money that they feel like they don't have motivation to do anything, but at the same time you don't want them to be doing things that could put themselves or other people around them in danger. But I mean, this is a real slippery argument, just because, I mean, is it wrong to say basic income is not a good idea? Okay, why do you think it is not a good idea? Homeless people choose to be there. So I would imagine that that's true for some of them, not everybody, right? Like, I know people who have had their houses foreclosed on because they got a fucking loan that they definitely shouldn't have got. That's how free this country is. Oh, that they're homeless if they choose to be. Well, I mean, the shit that's going on out in LA right now is ridiculous. I don't think it's a good idea that homeless people should be able to post up wherever they want, right? That's no good. But at the same time, I don't think we should leave these people out in the streets either. Now, look, if they want to live in the street, that's their business. But at the same time, you can't do it in you can't be shooting heroin on a mattress in somebody's fucking front yard where their kids are. You know what I mean? But the reality is most of us don't have front yards, and we don't live in these extravagant neighborhoods. Most of them are drug addicts. But see, this is where the drug conversation for me kind of comes into play, because I have another very unpopular opinion, which is that I think if we legalized all of the drugs, this fucking guy, dude. This fucking guy, dude. Like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Do you know how long I've been trying to come up with a fucking title for this goddamn show? And in 2 seconds, this dude comes up with three of them off the top of his head that are better than any of the dog shit that I tried to come up with on my own. I actually really do like Tuesday Karate Corner. That's actually a really good. I like that a lot. I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna run that past him right now. As a matter of fact, Rumble on the weekend, Rumble on the weekdays, flying kick reviews. Well, you see, I would have to be able to lift my leg up first, so that's a problem in and of itself. Hold on, let me send him a message. I think he'll be into it. What about beating Sparkles? That's not a bad one either, but that sounds like more of a fun activity than it does a show title. I kid with him, Tuesday Karate Corner. Show name. What do you think? What do you think? Let's see what he says. This should be interesting. Sweep the leg, Johnny. I mean, I did watch a little bit of that Cobra Kai business. I honestly thought I was gonna hate it. I was like, this is a dumb fucking show, right? But then one of my neighbors was like, dude, I've been caught up in this Cobra Kai thing, and it's really good. Like, it's really good. You should definitely watch it. It's really good. You don't have to go back and watch the Karate Kid film to be able to understand what's going on, because they break it down for you. They break it down for you basically to catch you up. I watched a little bit of it. I didn't see the whole thing, but it's not bad. We do plan on doing the Karate Kid eventually. I want to do a little Rumble in the Bronx, Jackie Chan. Great movie. We got the Taoist Master coming up tomorrow. Bloodsport will be coming soon. You ever watch Vikings? I can't watch them old movies. You ever watch Vikings? Jen has watched Vikings. She told me that it was a good show, but it's very slow in the beginning. Bloodsport. Yeah, that's one I watched the trailer for. I've seen Bloodsport, but it's been many years since I've watched it, so that would be fun to go back and revisit that. Plus, we could talk about the fact that it's a made-up story, apparently, from a guy that has been labeled a habitual liar. I haven't done the research, but when we get there, I'm going to, because I want to dive into the whole thing, review the movie a little bit, talk about our friend from Chinese Hercules that was the biggest name on the ticket and not the main star. I think that's, Above the Law with Steven Seagal. That's a good one too. Where's my pen at? I should write that. I'm going to write that down, because that one hasn't come up in conversation yet. So, just out of respect for Tom Segura, we got to do a little Steven Seagal. But that's a good suggestion. I like that one. I'm going to write that down, because I don't think I've seen that. And if I have, it's been so long, I don't remember it necessarily. What is it? Above the Law. Above the Law. Above the Law, Steven Seagal. Okay. Bloodsport, I gotta add. Even though I know that's on the list of things, we'll just write it down anyway. Karate Kid. Three Ninjas is another one that is eventually gonna be on the ticket. You know, we gotta find all three movies, which is gonna be difficult. Marked for Death as well. Oh, that sounds like a good one. Marked for Death. Bolo Young rarely is a hero just because of his look. Well, dude, I mean, he is a fucking savage, that guy. Savage. Although I do like the fact that, you know, he didn't mind sharing the spotlight. I like guys like that are not too big, you know? They don't mind. They don't mind as long as they're involved. They don't care. I enjoy that. I like that shit. So let's see, we got Above the Law, Bloodsport, Karate Kid, Three Ninjas, Marked for Death. I know this is not a karate movie or a martial arts movie necessarily, but I do. Joey Diaz talks a lot about Death Wish, the original one, not that remake bullshit with Bruce Willis. That fucking terrible movie. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not great. It wasn't great. It was a letdown because it was a reboot of a movie. You know, it sucks because I heard so many great things about Death Wish, and I haven't seen the original, and I'm dying to see it, but I can't find it anywhere. You know, it's not on Netflix. I don't think Hulu has it. It wasn't on Amazon. So, you know, it's difficult to find, but I do want to watch that one eventually. I'll write that down just so I have it. You know, Death Wish. The original. Not that I need to remind myself. I love Death Wish up until 3. Maybe 5 is okay. I'm pretty sure he said the same thing. I'm pretty sure he was like, I'm for 1 and 2, but 3 doesn't exist, like the Godfather movies. Nobody acknowledges the third one. Just terrible. You can't fuck your cousin, dude. That's not, I don't care. No, just doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but you took a beautiful film, 2 beautiful films, and you ruined it. You ruined it. Out of Justice is probably the best Steven Seagal movie. That's it. I've never heard of that one either. Oh, Out for Justice. I said Out of Justice. What a fucking goose I am. For justice. For it. Not of it. For it. You know what else is a really good film? Gridlock with Tim Roth and Tupac Shakur is a fantastic movie. It's about addiction. It's about heroin addiction, which is kind of rough, but those guys are so fucking good together. It is a goddamn crime against humanity that they didn't get to work together more. I would have fucking loved to have seen those guys work together more, dude. They just had such great chemistry on the screen together. I mean, so did Pryor and Wilder. Even though, can you believe they both hate those movies they were in together? Stir Crazy, See No Evil, Hear No Evil. They hate those films, both of those guys. I love those movies. Those are my favorite, 2 of my favorite movies. I mean, those are 2 great dudes, though, you know? That's why, but then again, you know, maybe they have personal reasons why they don't like it. Maybe they didn't get along very well, but they played well off each other too, which is a shame that they didn't get to do more together. Maybe they didn't like each other. You know, that sucks. Sucks, but I like Tim Roth. Tim Roth is one of my favorite people. That guy, Lie to Me is one of the best shows. I think it's corny sometimes. It has a lot of tropes in it, but the idea of the show. Another great movie was Falling Down with Michael Douglas. I've heard of this. I've heard of this. I know Michael Douglas. Falling Down. You know which one I saw recently with Michael Douglas in it, which was a fantastic film. I highly recommend. If you haven't seen it, is The Game with Michael Douglas. That was a fantastic movie. Really enjoyed it. I was in the entire time. The whole time I was on the edge of my fucking seat, dude. I was in. I'm looking at this guy, like, the character, the build up, the whole thing. It was just a fantastic film. That is good, but it hasn't aged well. What's that? Falling Down hasn't aged well? Let's see if we can watch a trailer for Falling Down. Because I don't think I've ever seen it. The Comic Toolbox. Oh, look at this. Joe Button commercial. Life can change in a second. Can it? I'm trying to change it, Joe. I'm working on it. That I don't know. He probably wouldn't. Falling Down trailer. Here we go. Let's see if we can find it. There he is. I recognize this face. Like, I know who Michael Douglas is, but I mean the glasses. I recognize this look. Could it be that it looks similar to other film characters? Possible. Not sure, though. Let's take a look and see.
Bill Foster is an ordinary man.
Where you going?
Yeah.
Not this way or not?
You know what? He does. He does look like a skinny version of Drew Carey when Drew Carey was big, because I think he did lose the weight, right? I don't want to be disrespectful. I know the man has been around forever and a day, right? But he does look like Drew Carey a little bit. Wow. Maybe that's what it is.
Why not? Metro rail construction, that's why not.
Living in the everyday world.
I don't suppose you have a couple of bucks you could give me. It would really help me out. If you give me your address, I'll mail it back on us.
A patient man.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like a ham and cheese omelet, lamb fries.
I'm sorry.
We stopped serving breakfast at 11:30.
Who's running out of patience.
I guess
So I guess this dude has just been pushed to the end. He's pushed to the edge. He can't take it anymore. And something so simple as we stop serving breakfast at 11:30. And it's fucking 3 to 11:30. Really? But sometimes that's all it takes. Unfortunately.
change for the phones.
A peaceful man
No change. I have to buy something.
who's about to be pushed.
85 cents. 85 cents.
Doesn't give me enough money for the phone call.
Drink. 85 cents. You pay or go.
A little too far.
I stay.
Uh-oh.
you baseball bat, but
Hey! I know you. That was Buffalo Bill. No fucking way. Really?
Standing up for my rights. As a consumer.
Oh, this guy's discriminating.
What kind of vigilante are you? I'm just trying to get home to my little girl's birthday.
Give us your briefcase.
If everybody will stay out of my way.
Briefcase. Here's my briefcase. There's the briefcase.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
Then nobody will get hurt.
Warner Brothers presents
Hey, would you get off my golf course? I am.
the story of an
Oh,
everyday
shit.
guy
That's just gone
who
too far.
refused
Baby. Whoa.
to
Whoa.
take it one more day.
Whoa.
That case with a bag full of guns is in Hollywood right now, and he's heading west.
I don't know if you've noticed or not, but there's other people waiting to use the phone here.
Now, if you go up against this guy,
Holy shit.
be careful.
I think it's out of order.
Somebody in a white
I
shirt
think it's
tried to
out
get
of
that phone
order.
3 bucks from the whammy burger.
Michael Douglas.
In America, we have the freedom of speech. Come on. I want to be a parking lot. I'll buy a ticket. The right to disagree.
Robert Duvall.
I know who this guy is.
In a Joel Schumacher film.
That's where I know you from. You're the oh, god damn it. Consigliere, whatever it is. You're not a wartime consigliere, right? That's the guy. That's the guy from The Godfather.
What are you doing to the street?
We're fixing it. What the hell does it look like?
See, I don't.
The construction workers, Buffalo Bill. Motherfucker, how do you like that? I didn't recognize him without the long hair and the lotion and the bucket.
Think anything's wrong with the street. I think you're just trying to justify your inflated budgets.
Well, I guess so.
I'll give you something to fix.
What are you? Hey, Charlie!
Holy shit.
Let's call it a day.
Come on. I'm the bad guy?
A tale of urban reality.
Urban reality. This is the video I was watching the other day. This one right here. Great video. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Tom. Yes, that's who it is. Tom from The Godfather. You're not a wartime consigliere, Tom. Great fucking film. Dude, I want to see that. I want to see that. And put a little star next to it. I gotta watch that. I gotta look this up. Let's see where can we find this? Where can we find it? Let's find out. We're gonna share this. We're gonna share this. We're gonna take a look and see where can we see it so everybody knows. Rolling down. Movie. Where can I watch it? Of course, Voodoo. Fuck off. Another one. Another one. Like, come on, man. 4.6 is not too bad. Well, I'll find it somewhere. That looks like a real good movie. I'll definitely have to check that out. Love those first two Godfathers. Yeah, me too. Great films, dude. Great films. So we got a decent amount here. I mean, honestly, I was trying to figure out what to really do, right? For other means of content that are not reactions. Even though a review, I guess, is technically a reaction. I have to try to game the system into a way that's going to work for me. So maybe movie reviews is the way to go, right? I don't know, though, dude. Sometimes you just want to watch a movie and just watch it, right? Why are you not showing it to me then? Goodfellas, yeah, come on, man. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a gangster. Just, yeah. Oh, fuck you, pay me. Right? That's, I love that shit. It's too bad I can't get that clean because you don't know how many introductions I would have used with, come on now. Plus, that Falling Down film it screams drops to me, dude. There's got to be a whole bunch of stuff in there that I would be able to, take out of context and use in a great way. But I mean, I don't know. I've thought about, you want to know something fucked up? I even thought about doing album reviews, right? But then it's too close to reactions, whatever. So I'm like, oh, fuck it. The Patreon is not, nobody's there. That and Casino. Yeah, Casino is a fucking great film too. I mean, the guy those movies are timeless. The only way you could tell that those movies are older is the language that they use. Not even just the curse words. I mean, the language in general. The terms that they use. I mean, sometimes people still use them, right? But there's that. There's, some of the words. Full Metal Jacket is the greatest one-liners of all time. Well, this is my jelly donut, right? Love that shit. Dude, love that shit. It's another great film. I thought about doing album reviews. I say, fuck it, right? Nobody wants that from me. And then Joey Diaz goes, I'm going to do album reviews. I'm like, well, fuck. So I guess that wasn't a bad idea, but he's actually he can turn it into something, whereas I can't. He's got 14,000 people on his Patreon, dude. Can you believe that? 14,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I don't know. I think I'm going to just dump content onto Patreon. I'm not sure what yet, but I know I made it. I'm following his footsteps. He made a Patreon for $1. I made a Patreon for a damn dollar. But right now, our main focus is not Patreon as much as it is trying to get in this damn YouTube algorithm and let people know we exist. So we have conversations like this. The live streams seem to be where it's at. I know I started doing that in the beginning. So the problem here is I got to figure out a way to, allocate the time properly so that we could do the show on whatever Tuesday we do it. And then I got the podcast. Yeah, shut up, Joey Diaz. Stick to comedy. The first one that he's gonna do is Black Sabbath. We sold our soul for rock and roll, I think, which is basically a greatest hits album. But I listened to it. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Plus he's doing a bunch of other shit too. I have no idea. He's getting a studio built inside of his house. I mean, he's doing great things, which I appreciate. I know I can't operate though in the same level that these guys operate on, which is fine. I haven't paid enough dues yet, I suppose. We'll get there. I just, you know what it is? I don't want to be trapped in doing one thing. That's all. I don't mind. See, what sucks is about doing reactions is that when people show up for the music, I talk about this all the time. So I'm not gonna go too deeply into it. But then occasionally, you have something like this. I'm gonna show you an exchange that I had with somebody. So let me get into my studio here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good too. I'll show you this. I'm not ashamed. I'll show you. I know I'm not supposed to. Not supposed to show you, but I want you to see. Look at it. 47 minutes and 44 seconds is a view duration for that video, which is really good. Considering when I put a podcast out, dude, people listen on average for 20 minutes, which is fucking crazy. Considering when I was doing reaction videos, the average retention was a minute. And then I switched it to podcast and it was 20 minutes. But then, YouTube had to fuck me over and people don't watch. Hopefully they're listening on the podcast platform because that will actually help me to, get paid. Fuck YouTube. You know what I mean? This is a means to an end. What? What is this fucking homo on about? Hold on a second. Speaking of pulled punches, someone sure didn't with you because you sound punch drunk, stupid. It figures you like rap. Do you want to take a trip? You want to take a trip with me? We'll go there in a second. We'll address him in a second. I wanted to talk about this exchange. That's brand new. That must have just came in hot off the presses. How long ago? 53 minutes ago. Well, it's nice to know that people are still hating me. I don't even know what this is, but we're going to watch that. We'll watch that. I wanted to talk about this exchange, though. Nuanced Productions left a comment on a video that I made, Stone Temple Pilots, a sex type thing. Now, I was talking about this song, and, I'm sure the comments that I made were not the best, right? They were not very flattering, considering the subject matter of the song is about rape and stuff. I'm uncomfortable with that. So, I said some shit, and then this person says to me, This song isn't about sex at all. It was written when his girlfriend was raped and murdered. It's a 90s thing, like Polly by Nirvana, about rapists from that point of view to make you uncomfortable and see their side and what they are thinking. In other words, they wanted to end raping in general, not make people want to rape. Okay. That's a good point. I didn't even consider that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello? All right. No, okay. I'll bring you a water. Like, this motherfucker just don't get it. Like, dude, how am I supposed to make this into something? For fuck's sake, dude, you got legs? Come up the fucking stairs. Why I gotta go down there and bring you a fucking water now? I'm trying to run a goddamn show here. The fuck? Like, I get it, dude. I get it. But I can't be in two places at once. What the fuck am I supposed to do? And we're in the middle of a conversation. I can't just leave this like this. So what the fuck? What do I do here? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna do? I know exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do. Well, no, because I don't want this to get flagged. I don't know if it'll get blocked. Son of a bitch. This is fucking ridiculous. Well, I'm just gonna have to put something on in the fucking background here. I do want to get back to that. So give me a second. I'm just gonna play something. I'm gonna play something to keep this going, and I'll pull the chat up so I can still operate in the chat. It's just that, hold on. I'll put on something. I'll put on does that ringtone properly represent you? It's honestly the best sounding one that they had on the phone. So I just went with it because the other ones are kind of annoying. I have to go through them again. I haven't done it since I got the damn thing. But I'm gonna put on my interludes mix thing here. I'm gonna try to be in and out as fast as possible. So professionalism. Look, I'm sorry, man. This is my life. This is my life. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares what you're trying to do. Oh, cool. You're trying to build up an audience so that you can help me move my fucking product so people can recognize I have talent. Cool story. Bring me a water. That's, like, what the fuck? The fuck, man. I swear. And I can't eat up all this goddamn time, because I can't use it all. But I'll be back as quickly as I can. I'll be in the fucking chat. What's the point? Right? Oh, damn it. Whatever, I'll be right back. What a fucking mess. I'm never going to get anywhere. No wonder why. I'm never going to get anywhere like this. I might as well just accept the fact that this is just going to be a hobby and nothing is going to come of it. Nothing's going to come of it because they won't let me. They won't let me operate the fucking thing the way it needs to be operated. You can't just leave in the middle of a fucking live stream. Like, what the fuck, man? I mean, really. Now I'm second guessing myself. Did I add the sound? I don't know. Oh, man. I try not to get aggravated, but she knows, dude, like what I'm trying to do, and it's like she don't care. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm doing this for both of us, It's not just for me. It's not like I'm being a fucking selfish asshole, being like, fuck you. I'm trying to just do what I want, sit around and do nothing all day. That's not it at all. Fucking ridiculous. I'll be back. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. If none of you are here when I get back, I understand. Simple as that. Like, dude, why even fight it? Seriously, what the fuck is the point? Let me mute my goddamn microphone. It's fucking ridiculousness.
And a lot of times we may feel so insignificant, we may think that we don't have a grand effect on the totality of things. I'm here to tell you, you would be incorrect. That is wrong.
Laughing at birds.
I'm here for a purpose, and that's to get you to wake up and smell the coffee, not be off in the clouds someplace. And when you feel anger or you feel something on your mind, you say so right now, here and now.
Had you been suppressing anger and...
Yes, since I was a kid.
But the character you play, that was a character that held in the anger too, and then suddenly would burst out into manic explosion. Was that you?
Yes, that was me. It was a part of me. I don't like to do that so much in films, but I don't plan it out that way. If it requires it, then I do it. But that was me. It's like a tea kettle. The water boils, and if there's no little hole in the top, the pot's going to explode. And I used to play characters where it was just about ready to boil. And then you see the explosion.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
I'm not saying it for a joke. It's very true.
You get nothing. Do you want to go to war? Come on. Do you want to go to war? We'll take you to war.
So now look what you've made me do.
You have definitely one of those faces where you don't have to say anything.
You know how some people hide their shyness by being so aggressive, screaming and yelling?
You lose! Good day, sir!
I'm not telling you that he's shy, but that's the only way he knows to feel at home, is to be forceful that way. Because if you said, well, just sit and talk about personal things, then he would be nervous. But if he can grab the microphone or run up into the audience, then he would feel, well, now I'm doing what God meant me to do. And I'll get a laugh, and then I'll feel I've earned my dinner.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
But then there was a time when people said, I want a face that looks a little bit like me. And that's what I've got. A face that looks a little bit like that. I felt I could make someone else laugh. And that's all I'm doing now, is carrying on the tradition.
What's that?
CD player.
For who? For me?
Yeah.
I don't want it.
You know, you love music. All the old stuff's being reissued on CD. All your old favorites. Pajama Game, Connie Francis. Here.
What's going on, real one?
Laughing
At
birds. Featuring
BCHQ.
I'm trying to set the scene up, but at the same time making sure that you know what I'm talking about.
Do we get into that more, or do we leave that? Because if people are watching it, so like it's going to be hard for us to do these without spoiling it, innit?
Perfect.
I think we're going to have to kind of not censor things, because otherwise people, do you know what I mean? People might come here that have already seen it as well, just to see what we thought of it.
You win.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
You! What is all this? I warn you, you hurt yourself at your own fault. Keep working. Go! Come on.
Japan. Brazil. Come on. USA. China. India. Yoga. Spain. Spain. Thailand. Fight.
Now you put water into a cup. It becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
This fighting style concentrates on the bones, sinews, muscles, and the more fragile joints. All of the technique's power lies in the fingertips. The touch must be at once gentle and yet like an iron vice.
You trying to kill him? What if I do? We caught the pair of them red-handed. It's what they deserve.
He's just a fool. Big one.
Well then, what do you do with fools?
We kill him and dump him. The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Welcome.
Laughing
At
birds.
Shit, everybody gonna be running out. I said, that's my girl. That's part of me. That's my wife. Yeah, that's my wife. Don't be looking at my wife. Yeah, I'm gonna knock.
You gonna do what now? You knock that pussy up, goddamn right you will.
Make her pussy live.
Yeah.
Laughing
at
birds.
And then she gonna give me $1 billion in cash.
Yeah?
For my services.
For your services? Yeah.
She gonna be like, oh, I gotta go back to singing. I'll talk to you later. Here's $1 billion.
Here's $1 billion. Thank you for making me wet and gushy.
And then she gonna call me. I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm like, whose baby is that?
Be like, I need to go on Mary Poppins right now, dude.
I'm gonna go on more.
That's what I'm
You are
saying.
not the father. You are not the.
Oh, man. At this point, I'd probably be better off getting a damn OnlyFans page. I just splash my ball sack every once in a while. Ridiculous. Oh, fuck. Well, let me get into this comment thing, because I wanted to show you this fucking exchange, which, you know, because the people that hit my channel, you know, I don't think they understand that, you know, it's not, is that, you know, you can't, whatever. Let me just fucking get into this thing here. So I covered that. I said I didn't know that. Appreciate your comment. And, you know, this is not a hot take, but rape sucks, right? So we continue on. Like, that's what they thought too. That's why they wrote it. Sadly, it looks like it's getting worse. As I know a few women who have been through it. One that went through it twice. One as a kid, one as an adult. And, like, we have this exchange going back and forth to where, you know, this, and then you get a comment like this. Hold on. I gotta tell you. I have no idea. What I said, what this is. Right? I have no clue. This is brand new to me. When did this come out? I couldn't tell you. March 1st, 2019. This came out. Oh, 14 dislikes. Dude, thank you. Every one of you. I appreciate it. Keep on disliking it. You're helping me out. I'm talking to nobody. I'm making dumb jokes to myself.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
It is. It's an honest channel, bro. So,
welcome
to it. Strap in. Buckle your helmets up. It's going to be a rough ride, possibly. if you're new here, we do a podcast.
What are you selling?
You're useless now. You're useless now. There's Seriously. no point in doing that. Seriously, get your fucking timing together, will ya? Will ya? Do a podcast. By we, I mean my buddy does it with me sometimes, and it's called Trainwreck. I never give. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Lapping at Birds now. But this is a year old. What do you want from me? Damn title to the fucking thing. So there you go. Links are in the description for SoundCloud, iTunes, Radio Public. Go check it out, rate it, subscribe it. Subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be really cool if you did that, man. Just so I know, I can know people like it or they don't like it. What? Whoa, this is rough, dude. This is fucking rough, dude. You know what? I'll give myself credit for this. You can hate me all day. You can hate me all day. I have mic presence now, motherfuckers. You done fucked up. I've been doing this shit. No, unfortunately. I mean, it is and it's not. It doesn't work. That's why I stopped using it, because it slows down the computer so bad. The sounds are delayed. The recordings are all fucked up. So I had to stop using it. I still have it, but it's literally useless. I can't do a damn thing with it. What do you not like about it? You know, you're new to the channel. Okay. Names. Never heard of before. Woo! I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. I really do. I really do. Hold on. Make my face bigger, please. Thank you very much. Okay. Sir, if I may, listen, we all have a difference in opinion occasionally, right? But what I don't understand is, you know, why is it that I'm the asshole? You're listening to a grown man whine into a microphone, and then you pay money to buy the record, but I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole, right? Somebody must have not pulled punches with you because you sound drunk. And apparently, I don't know the right button to press either, right? So, you know, let me explain something to you, fucking knuckle dragging, mouth breathing, useless opinion having, commenting, Cheeto dust under your fingernail existing motherfuckers, dude. I'm not drunk. Although, I have to say, well, I should ask, did you hurt yourself coming up with that all on your own? Dude, I get it. I know what I sound like. I honestly didn't think it was that bad. I mean, come on now. Oh, you don't like my favorite thing. So I'm just going to tell you that you sound drunk and do absolutely no research at all whatsoever. The lack of effort in my comment section is disturbing. It is disturbing. How the fuck do you live with yourself? That easy, that simple, something so fucking small. Can you come up with something better? Can you come up with something better, please? I'm curious to see what my thoughts were on this situation here. So let's continue.
Death is not defeat.
Hey, AFI called. They want their style back. Fucking losers. Hit him with the gunshot.
He sounds like a
nice lady.
And I appreciate that. This is going to be hard for me. But I'm doing it for you. Because I love you.
Put another quarter in the machine, bro. Oh my God, please.
Oh shit, you're reviewing your own shit?
Well, somebody just wrote in the comments section. Let me pull this up because this is great.
Because at first I thought you were editing it. I was about to tell you about the landlord lady.
Well, that one is where is it? I guess the motherfucker deleted it already.
Well, you remember what it said?
Yeah, it said basically pull no punches. Sounds like somebody pulled no punches with you. You sound drunk and you are unoriginal and uninspiring.
That doesn't make sense. You know, pull no punches.
It's because in the description of my video I say that I'm honest with my opinion and I don't pull punches. In other words, I say whatever the fuck is that I
throw punches, because you don't fucking, not mine.
You sound drunk and you're unoriginal, dude. You're unoriginal.
I can't even say what I was about to say because people get butthurt.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I just don't understand. You get what you deserve. You fucks get what you deserve. Clicking around on YouTube looking to get your opinions validated. You deserve to be hated on. You deserve to be hated on. That's what you get. That's what the fuck you get. Fucking assholes. Do you see what I deal with? Do you see what I deal with?
You said a bunch of assholes. That's what they deserve,
That is what they deserve. Fucking phony ass. Phony ass. This is exactly why I switched to doing a damn podcast, because you know what? If it takes me to deal with people like that, like why even bother? It's not even worth it. It's not even that deep, dude. It really is not even that deep. Like really. You should be ashamed of yourself. Trolling around in the YouTube comments. Like, sorry that I tell you the truth. Everybody else lies to you. Everybody else lies to you in your life. Because they don't want to hurt your little delicate feelings. Well, guess what, pal? Too bad for you. I'm not going to spare your damn feelings. You like a song. Good for you. Good for you.
Good for you that you like something.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Get a fucking cookie.
Why do I gotta agree with you to be fucking a decent person? You don't know dick about me, dude. Let alone whether I'm drunk or not. And even if the fuck I was, what business is it of yours?
Yeah, you're allowed to do a drunken podcast.
Yeah, if I fucking feel like it. I should really fuck around and go get an empty bottle of liquor just to make it seem like I've been drinking all day.
I got one.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like it's gotten past the point where, a couple of months ago, I would have flew out of a fucking cannon.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, I've been drinking all day. I've been drinking all day, dude. I'm fucked up.
You gotta.
I'm fucking
close
hammered.
one eye a little bit. Have one eye roaming.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous. I mean, really, dude. You deserve
And actually, I'm
it.
pretty sure I got my little ones that I put my piercings in.
Yeah. Like, dude, if you need validation for your favorite song, what kind of a fan are you? What kind of a fan are you really? Yeah, you're not. It's just whatever. Say what you want about me. Say what you want about me. I don't care. I don't care. What are you mad that you don't have the balls to get up on this microphone and look into a fucking camera and speak your mind? Is that why you're upset? Is that why you're mad? Because you can't do what I do? Because you don't have the balls to do what I do, despite what I look like and what I sound like, that I do it anyway? Because that's the type of motherfucker that I am. because I know people like you. I know people like you. You think you know everything. You think you know everything, and you don't. You don't know a damn thing. You don't know shit about shit, which is fine. You're not supposed to. But this is my fault. This is my fault as well, that I even put it out on the internet, that I allowed you to think that I give a shit about what you think of me, because I don't. I really don't care. My own family. Let me explain something to you. My own family doesn't like me. Do you honestly think I give a fuck about what you think? Because I don't. I mean, sure, it kind of bothers me when people say, well, you sound drunk, right? Like, so what? Who cares? Do other people deal with this shit? Do you dump those thoughts into the people that you're around in your day-to-day life? All I'm trying to say is, if you don't have the balls to say things like that to the people in your life, why you bring it to me for? Like, I need it. I should thank that person. I really should, because all you've done is simply cement the fact that what I'm doing now is what I'm supposed to be doing. Not fucking be behind this screen and review music where that you can't handle an opinion.
Baby, we got one can.
Oh, why don't you go open it if she needs it?
Yeah, she's all out of the other food. She ate that whole thing today.
Oh, fuck.
And that was from this morning. She hasn't eaten anything since, besides just the ham with her coochie med in it.
All right, I guess open it. We'll figure it out. Hey, what's up, dude? What's going on? I was gonna end this shit shortly anyway, because I don't want to eat up all the time. But just going over things, reevaluating the choices that I made that got me here, essentially, right? The fact that, when did this happen? Did people always feel this way? I wonder how many people really do think that shit about me. They just don't say anything, right? Like, what I don't understand, let's say that you thought I was drunk, right? Why would you stop there? Why not go check out some other shit? Be like, what, does he sound like that all the time? Is this a one-off thing? Where's the liquor bottle? I don't see it. I wonder why that is. Nobody stops to even consider this for a moment, right? Like, you know what, dude? That's fine. Hate me, please. Hit the dislike button a whole bunch of times. Report the video to YouTube. I don't fucking care. Go ahead. Have fun like you've done already. To the people that didn't like the fact that, I didn't say enough good things about a song that you like, so you report it to YouTube and you get it blocked. It's ridiculous. You know what, dude? Don't matter. It don't matter. This just cements my theory. That's all it does. Reactions are easy. Arguably the easiest content that you can make, and it can last forever. That's good and bad, right? What they don't realize is that opinions can change. Well, not with that one, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Look, what's the point? What's the fucking point? We got to figure out how the hell we're gonna get this shit together here. Besides, I spent too much time in here anyway. I got hours and hours and hours of content. Right? So, the best thing about all of this is I know somewhere you're out there and you're probably still keeping an eye on whatever it is that I'm doing. And I want you to know that I don't mind if you hate on me. I really don't. Just do me the solid at least. At least do me the solid of trying to be original, right? just try to be original. Whatever the first insult is that comes to your mind, throw that one away and start a new one. Because I want to be entertained. At least I go out of my way to read the comments. I respond to damn near everybody. The least you could do in return is entertain me a little bit. Say some shit I've never heard before. I would appreciate that. I really would. Check out the podcast. Give it a 1 star in iTunes. That would be great, so you can tell everybody how bad the show sucks. You should definitely do that. If I was you, I would do that. I definitely would. 91 episodes deep, dude. 92 is coming this Saturday. I don't even know. I'll probably do, I don't know. Who cares? Who knows? Who cares? Point is, more importantly, tomorrow is coming a lot faster than Saturday. So 9 a.m. Eastern time is when this show is going to be on, that we're going to be doing live streaming with my friend here. Going to be doing, martial arts movie reviews and shit. So, there is that. Make sure you tune into that. And for the love of God, if you're going to insult me, please try to make it original. And I got some more stuff here. You got Above the Law. Bloodsport is already written down. The Karate Kid's already down. 3 Ninjas already down. We already talked about those. That we were gonna eventually have to watch it at some point in the future. Marked for Death is another one. Out for Justice. All of those are in the same lane as the other stuff we were doing, so we got a couple of movies that we can pick from outside of whatever you may have had written down. These were a couple of suggestions that I just got today, which are good to, write down, maybe have our options open to see where we can find these damn things. But, feel free to hate that. Hate the show on Tuesday. Dislike it before you even watch it. Make sure you tell all your friends to boycott my channel because I don't like a song that you like. Make sure you do that shit. What else is there? Merch is available. $10 t-shirts, $20 long sleeves, $30 hoodies, skull caps, and all that stuff. Hopefully, we'll worry about that. We'll worry about that in a couple days. Patreon is for $1. I should start an OnlyFans where I could just flash my ball sack every once in a while for the people that are into other people that sound drunk, right? I got a business to run. And I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. I cannot believe I didn't think of this sooner. I am the perfect candidate for a rape role play. Now, before you get upset, hear me out. This is why I'm the perfect candidate for your role-playing rape fantasies, right? Because I already sound drunk. You can just pretend in your mind that I've had a few too many, right? And then you can use that to play into your fantasy, because I'm a guy and nobody cares what happens to us, right? You could use that, and then you could use it. It'll be like a fetish for you. It's like a double fucking. It's like internal and external stimulation at the same time. That's what it is. He sounds drunk already, and he's got something wrong with him. I get to knock 2 things off of my bucket list, right? The problem is, though, if you can't really do an OnlyFans. As soon as the dick is out, that's the end of the show. What do you do? What do you do from there, right? I don't have the body to really show it off, so that's no good. I'm very limited in what I could do with this OnlyFans page that I'm gonna make. Not really. Can you imagine? I really should, though. Just to exploit my fucking handicaps and get something good out of it, for Christ's sake. I mean, fuck, why not? I'm sure I've never looked into this. I'm writing this down. Fetishes disabilities. I'm going to search this. I'm going to research this at some point in the future. And I'm sure that could be a podcast episode in and of itself. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to imagine there's got to be a group somewhere where people, want to. I said this earlier. I don't know if I released it or if it's a video that I scrapped because a booger flew out of my nose and I can't edit a live not live show. Yeah, what do you mean? You don't have the body? You're a Greek god. Yeah. That's funny. I mean, I wish. I do have this ball over here. I do have this thing, which is helpful if you want to do sit-ups and shit. Which now, I mean, dude, don't fuck around and have me try to get into shape, dude. Because I will fucking set this up and do this shit. I will do it. I've already thought about. All right, this should be the last thing that I say, and then I really gotta end this damn thing because we're just burning through time here. But damn it, now I fucking forgot. I fucking forgot what I was gonna fucking say, dude. Son of a bitch. Fuck. God damn it. See, I spent too long trying to get into it. I'm leaving money on the table, is what I'm getting at here. Somewhere there's got to be a group of people that are just, weirdos that are obsessed with people like me, right? I don't know why. There's got to be money on the table here that we could grab, that we could use. I mean, I joke, but in all seriousness, I'm sure it does exist. Why not? He does exist. They do exist. You remember that commercial? Fuck, man. Dude, whatever. I mean, it sucked. When I read it in the comments, dude, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. It bothers me more when them Are You Garbage dudes were like, I want to know where they keep the meth because both of them sound fucked up. That bothers me. Because I've never done meth a day in my life and I wouldn't do it. So that shit kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. But that's only because, that's without even looking at me. You called all that shit like I'm a stereotype dude. But I flipped it and I used it to my advantage as you're supposed to. Made an intro out of it, did a whole hour on it this past Saturday. If you didn't catch it, that's what the podcast was about. Basically, just defending myself, essentially. For what reason, it doesn't matter. I mean, but it's nice to know that at least universally, that's what everybody thinks of me. Maybe that's why people don't like me. Maybe that explains why certain people that I'm related to really can't stand me. But it is funny how people in the comments seem to think like because you don't like me, that's supposed to hurt my feelings. I got motherfuckers that are related to me that won't help me out of a thing, dude, because they want to watch me suffer through it. And these people are related to me. So what makes you think that your dumbass comment is going to really make something happen? It's different. They say you're on meth or whatever. That shit bothers me. Just I wouldn't do it. But I can't argue the facts. Sure, it sounds like that. Sure, it does. And then, of course, whatever. What are you going to do? Fuck it. I'm not going to let you motherfuckers bother me, dude. I'm not going to do it. I wanted to come in here. This morning. I was going to talk all about how people in the comments section in the past have told me, I would like to do what you're doing. I just don't have the guts to do it. And I was going to come in here this morning and I was going to talk all about how you don't have to. You don't have to have the guts to do it. You don't have to not be afraid because the fear doesn't go away. I was going to talk about all that shit, but I didn't because I forgot that that's what I wanted to talk about. And I wound up ripping on some whole other shit this morning, but I will get back to that. We'll talk about that on some other day. Yeah, but whatever. Think what you want. I don't give a shit. I know what's real and what's not. But now you're gonna make me turn this into a gimmick, dude, where I'm just gonna have a fucking empty Patron bottle. I'm gonna fill it up with water. And every couple of minutes I should just take a sip out of it so that you all will think that I'm drunk. And then maybe I can turn the channels. I can turn the tables about this whole thing. Maybe if you think I'm drunk, then maybe people actually want to support what the fuck I'm doing, right? Is that what I gotta do? I gotta exploit myself? Ridiculous. What the fuck is wrong with me? What is wrong with me that I would put after the life that I've lived, that I would put myself on the fucking internet and I would expect anything different? What the fuck is wrong with me, dude? Like, really? Sometimes I forget how ugly this fucking world is that we live in. And I'm guilty of it. I say terrible things a lot of the time about, a bunch of different shit. So it's not like I'm above it because, I'm part of it too. We all are. But I don't go out of my way to fucking insult people intentionally. If it turns out that I listen to some shit and I don't like it and I have a good time ripping it apart, but that's all it is. It's not personal. Unless you're a mumble rapper, and then I take it personally because you're ruining the fucking music that I've loved for my whole life. But I'm an old man. It doesn't appeal to me. It's not supposed to appeal to me. I just don't know why I would think I would expect anything differently, especially in this fucking country of all places. But the funny part is, I've gotten insulted from all around the world. You name a fucking country and somebody has said like, oh, you're an asshole and you sound like you're fucking fucked up or whatever. Name a country and an insult has come out of there. I had to say that's gotta count for something, right? That's gotta be good somewhere. Somebody's gotta be keeping score of this shit. I mean, you can't take that away from me. You can insult me all you want, but you can't take away from me the fact that I'm everywhere from New Jersey to fucking Russia to Japan to Australia to fucking England to Wales. I'm all over it. But Australia, what do you want to do, dude? What do you want to do? I'm in Spain. I mean, where are you? Where are you? In my comment section. Oh, poor you. Oh, he sounds drunk. Yeah? And he's all over the fucking world, too. How mad are you about that? Don't make me do a roll call and go down the fucking list of all the countries I'm in, because I'll make you fucking sick, dude. I have you in your fucking bedroom hovering a piece of glass over your fucking veins. I don't know how they do it. I don't know why do they do it to me. How does a fucking idiot that sounds like this and look like this try to make it somewhere in the world? And I don't have the balls to look in a camera. Life is not fair. You could have the balls, though, dude. You could do it. If you don't like my content, why don't you make a channel and talk shit about my content? I'm all for that. I would support it. I'll be all in your comments telling you what a good job you're doing. You're doing the Lord's work. That's what I heard. Through the streets. It is ridiculous, man. Like, you can't win. No matter what you do, you can't win. You can't have a podcast because people on Spotify want to strike because you're not politically correct enough. You can't have reactions on your channel unless you suck the dick or the clit of every person that walks through the fucking door, right? But then you're a sellout. Can you make up your mind, please? Am I a sellout if I like every single thing, even if I don't? Is that what you want? Those of you that are just looking to try to fuck up something that you have no part of at all, why you gotta be mad at me because I'm trying to make something of myself? I don't sit around and collect a check all day, and I could do that, but instead, I don't want to do that. I want to give my life purpose. I want to give it a meaning. I want to have a reason to wake up in the morning. But no, you don't want that. You can't have that. You want to take that away from me. Why? Because we don't like the same thing? You want to take that away from me. Well, fuck you. That's what I say. Fuck you if that's how you think. Why you all want to take everything from everybody, right? You can never do anything wrong. You can never have a difference of opinion, right? You do one thing wrong, and that's who you are your entire life. I have an intro about this in one of the episodes, dude, where the guy even fucking says, and I'll close with this because I really should just end this nonsense. Not that anybody, whatever. I don't have anywhere to be. We should do a show going in on religion and really ruffle some feathers. I mean, shit. Why not? Just hand out blindfolds and cigarettes for the execution squad, right? Because that's what it would be. I mean, the sad part is that I could have an open dialogue conversation about these things, and it would probably upset a lot of people, but, all this shit could have been avoided. All of this could have been avoided. It's not my fault that the nuns were more materialistic than I was at my age, that, they weren't happy about the fact that I didn't know you needed dress shoes to make a communion or a confirmation. I didn't know that's what it was all about. You're silly me. I thought this was about trying to find purpose in life and whatever there is after. Not whether or not I'm wearing beat up sneakers or dress shoes with my suit that I need to get my confirmation in the house of God, right? What kind of bullshit is that? I mean, believe me, dude. I can tell you stories that would make your fucking head spin. A priest walking into a funeral home a half hour late, coming out of a fucking brand new Mustang, dude. Walking into a funeral home, taking his sunglasses off like the fucking guy from CSI talking about before I perform the services, I need to be paid. What now? Oh, you need to be paid. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Is that for the hookers or the blow that's going up your fucking nose that you were sniffing in the parking lot before you walked in here? I don't know what I'm talking about. Before they even perform whatever the hell they call it, you got a fucking lady's urn sitting here. You got a family in mourning, and you're talking about, well, I need the 400 up front before I could talk about what a great person this lady was that I've never met in my life. It's absurd, dude. And I know doesn't mean that the whole thing gets a bad rap, but I mean, since we're generalizing everything, why not, right? Because that's the world you all want to live in. That's the world you all want to live in, one person. But see, it just goes to show you that I can have a meaningful back and forth with somebody as early as this morning, and then an hour ago, some guy trying to, like, I'm glad that I wasn't a weak person. I'm glad I'm not a weak person, and that a stupid comment like that doesn't send me spiraling down. I mean, as it shouldn't, but still.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt. Kadira, heard that, we don't have that much dog food, so she gave me her chicken for last night and potatoes. I let her sniff it, She was like, here's some chicken, until you guys can get to the store, for her. I'm like, we have chicken.
Yeah, I gotta go figure my life out. I can't be fucking around on here. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do. The only thing I ask you, dude, I don't care. Hate my guts all you want.
She weighs 9 pounds and 4 ounces. But I doubt that because that means that she's losing mad weight. And that's impossible for how much she's eaten of soft dog food.
Yeah, she's eating a lot. She's eating a can a day.
1.5 cans to 2 cans a day. Remember, and only today, because she finished her 1 can from last night, and that was like a third that was left from that one.
Yeah.
She finished that this morning, and she had half of the can that I just put in her bowl, and she fucking ate that. And then she was looking for more dog food, and now she's waiting for the chicken.
Yeah.
Because I let her sniff it to see if she would, go for it.
Yeah.
And she was at first like, and then she went right to the chicken. It was like, and then doing that lip thing, like I want to grab it, but I don't want to get yelled at.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you can't eat it off the bone, woman.
Yeah, no, because she'll try to eat the bone and then it'll splinter in her stomach.
Mm-hmm. But even Kadira said that you could tell the difference from when we first got her. And, her color is more bright, and she's like, are you giving her hard dog food?
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, no, because we can't find anything that's under 7.5 protein, crude protein. And then my mom has fucking crude protein that's fucking 8 and higher because she's not listening to her doctor.
Stupid. Really is. I mean, you'd be surprised how, for a bunch of people that get upset when you adopt a puppy and then you bring it to the pound and it gets put down because nobody wants it. There is really no options for older dogs. Get off here, save these hours. Yeah, you're right. Fuck it.